And so yeah, let's watch from Noko's side and see we already have quite a few selections of cards. We've got a Goldie dropping a Harmony to open up.
A very standard opening. And some very interesting cards in the Goldie and the Big Shots as potential Harmony combo cards.
I do know that the meta in River these days is a lot more aggressive than it used to be. A lot of people still want to try to just like build their guard, but Noko is just going straight in for the aggro.
And looking at Ljovynn's opener with the Shiver too, it seems like that might be their play as well. And yeah, we see both of them actually aggroing turn 1.
Yeah. Trying to set up a combo with the big shot, or like put it in a nice position. I do like. Ooh, I did not realize that combo so well with Harmony.
Yeah, Goldie and Harmony do combo up pretty much perfectly with each other. But it's kind of a 50-50 at this turn on if they're gonna aggro or defense. And it seems like Noko did call it correctly. And I think at this point you probably want to play a bit more defensively with the Goldie, get the special points.
That guard. I was sitting there being like, you could probably wait a turn still before going for that, but yeah,
and
no,
Ljovynn just gives up, yeah.
Got hard red twice in 2 devastating plays.
And at this level, 2 of that big of a reads kind of just like destroy the entire match for you. So I can understand Ljovynn giving up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So game 1 is actually going to Noko.
Incredible opening. I've already learned something that I'm definitely very fond of off of Noko's plays. Granted, I know for a fact I've probably seen that before, but now I'm actually paying attention, and I'm like, I see the Harmony, I see the Goldie. That just makes me happy. That just I want to put that in my decks now.
It's a really nice combo for sure, but it can be a bit difficult to pull off in most decks because like both cards are kind of awkwardly shaped.
Mm-hmm.
But it did work out really well for Noko here. And now we're just gonna have to wait and see where Ljovynn is going for the next game.
There's so many places that we could go to. Do you think Ljovynn might want to try out the new stage? Or you think that he might feel like that's too much of a risk?
It's hard to say. Like, both players probably don't have a ton of experience on the new map, so it might be a good play if you feel like you can outplay if both sides have like suboptimal decks. But as we saw last game with Luigi Fan, there can be like some pretty optimal decks already.
Indeed. And that's another thing too. It's like there's a skill in having time to refine your decks and become masterful in something that has had time. But there's also an achievement and like incredible ability for some players to be able to just kind of like come in to a brand new environment, be like, oh, I can figure out a pretty strong strategy within the first half hour.
Exactly.
Of this place existing, and then using it while everybody else is still gaining their balance.
Exactly. Those are 2 very different skills.
Yeah.
And we don't really see that often that people like have to build new decks pretty much on the spot. Which we would do kind of have to see with the over the line. But we are going to just go to Square. Nice, the good old maps. We just have to wait and see how they're both going to play these.
Oh, I mean, this isn't the worst starting hand, but that's a little better.
That's a lot better. Like, the first hand was playable, but this is a lot more than playable.
Yeah. That's just kind of a scary thing about, like, going for a shuffle, especially when you have a hand like that where you're like, I could make this work. Do you really want to try to make this work? Or do you want to risk a roll which could, like, when you're in the middle like that, you're at a genuine 50-50 chance of, are you going to get a better hand, or are you going to get a worse hand?
Exactly. Like, it's a very, like, underrated skill, maybe. Like, figuring out when you have to reshuffle and when you should just take the hand you get.
I like that charger being set up really nicely to be, like, a power clam spot. Like, you see how clean that is. It just wants to be taken there.
Something that Noko could do is use the Jalonzo to, like, go through the splatter color screen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if they're going for that.
It's also, like, even not going for that power climb, I honestly think the Jalonzo there is a lot better. But... yeah, and we're gonna go for that. Gets too special. Ljovynn will be blocking off a section of the land. Ooh, and stopping the splatter scope combo as well.
But he can still go through with the Jofonso. But does he see the play? It doesn't seem like he...
Oh.
Like right on the corner, on the spreader corner screen, I'm pretty sure he can go through there.
It doesn't look like it to me, but... and yeah... Oh, you're
like that.
Right! With 10 seconds left on the clock, he finds his opening. Ooh, good
Ljovynn
block.
just does block it off. And now Noko is kind of struggling to fit cards and combo them together.
I see a couple of nice plays. I see one good spot for that GooTuber. I know it seems like he's thinking of something else that can work a little bit better, because that is only going to give one special.
And we see the other
or
buffer
just
umbrella.
covering for the risk of an attack.
Still a very close game on both sides. Because while Ljovynn does have a slight point lead, Noko does also have one more special and probably easier to activate special points later on this game.
Mm-hmm. And overall, like, both still have relatively equal amount of space for contention. I would say that Ljovynn is better in invading because there is still that portion of what would probably be considered Noko's main base, where Ljovynn has a very well-guarded section.
Exactly. And it seems like Noko is going for the defense. Which does actually work.
Really, like, that Tentatek was a good attempt, but it's like, it just did not have enough reach. It basically was...
It was a very aggro play for sure.
That Noko was going to do nothing with that move, essentially.
And Noko can also play the Squiver a bit more ahead in Ljovynn's base, getting a special as well.
Mm-hmm.
In the bottom right corner.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like he's just going for the custom GooTuber.
Yeah, I thought that was a special. It's not a special. Like, that special block is just not in a good spot. Really hoping for the other GooTuber to get that to work, but that's not what we're gonna have. So you make ends meet. You take what you get.
Exactly. And the game is still very even right now. And he is playing that classic Scrivener now. Both getting a special points closer to Ljovynn's base and also getting a special activated.
Yeah. He's 100% taking that offer you gave. We're gonna have... okay. An interesting...
pretty neutral play.
Noko really wants to be able to break into that turf.
But it doesn't seem like he really has anything at this point.
Oh, there's the better GooTuber. If he could have held out until this turn, but at the same time, that doesn't even sound like that good of. Ooh, that honestly seems like a really good play.
It is. I'm not sure if Noko is running 2 312s. It doesn't seem like it. So he probably has to go for the YouTuber here.
Yeah. Trying to find something a little bit better.
I think like that is probably the best spot.
Dropping that just for points at this point.
Exactly. And it's very even right now. I think the YouTuber is better here.
It's worth more points.
Yeah, but it's also just has a better spot to place.
Yeah.
Looking at it. It's definitely good to like check what the options are.
Is that gonna give? No! Ljovynn is in a terrible position. One special on the last turn. This is another loss. Noko is going to be taking the lead 2-0. It might be set to move on to the semi. Is this the semi? Wait, hold on, let me look. I marked this as the quarterfinals. Is this?
Yeah, next one is simply winner semifinals.
Yeah. Noko's set to move on to the winners semifinals, with potentially a sweep off of Ljovynn.
But there's still more games to be played, so it can still go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ljovynn has been in this position before against other players, and he's able to make it back almost every time. So it will be interesting to see what he's gonna do now and if he's gonna get the reverse sweep.
Do you want to? I thought I said it before, but I must have forgotten. If the name tag doesn't make it clear to you, this is our first like JP player from like participating in a diamond bracket. It's not very common for us to be able to get like players from other players beyond the regions that we generally get, especially like Japan. That area is just very out of reach and very cozy in of themselves. So there has been a lot of effort being made to get both sides to be a little more like interactive, communicative. And this is the result, is we've got the Vivacious Cat, Noko, currently 2-0 against Ljovynn as we move into X Marks the Garden.
And we see some pretty standard openings on X. With the fry, it was the fry, right? With the fry and the Ouroboros.
Yeah, and now we got Shiver coming in, trying to find the best way to wall section off this land. I think this is this is intentionally trying to be greedy.
Exactly, it's like very aggressive.
Because you know for a fact that Ljovynn can't really confidently take the other side. So it is possible that Ljovynn does this, loses, and then Noko's able to do something to protect the other side next. Ooh, but a Steel Eel will be able to section off really cleanly.
But the Dynamo Roller does still fit in the middle.
That is
which is probably what you want to do right now.
Yeah, just take the last of the middle space. And that's also what Ljovynn's thinking. Keeping the two nice and even on points.
The Mothership eating pretty much all of the Gold Dynamo here. Or the regular Dynamo. The Gold Dynamo is what we see right now. Fitting very nice on the Shiver. Since it seems like we've reached the point of X Marks the Garden where both sides have got a base combo.
Mm-hmm. And that was probably planned out too in like Noko was thinking about how to position the Shiver.
Exactly.
To benefit like a roller or what's my next play off of this afterwards.
And now Noko is setting up the combo probably. It seems like
what exactly he wants to do here, based off what cards he has in his hands and what cards he wants to hope for.
It seems like he basically has 2 different combos. But he doesn't have the big card for either in his hands. So he kind of has to make a guess which he draws first. Oh! And that's a very nice angle shooter. Going right through the fry.
That's not even giving Ljovynn any special points either. There's just that one little piece in the middle that's preventing Ljovynn from getting anything. If Ljovynn continues to build in their secondary base, this could turn into something really scary where that angle shooter shows up and Fry just is like, hello there! This is my house now. I live here. I don't think Fry actually fits there. No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. But some cards would fit there, and that could be very dangerous.
Kraken Royale could just... Oh, no, not even Kraken Royale. Just this. This'll do. This'll do.
Kind of disrupting the entire base combo, but Ljovynn is getting some special from it anyway.
But Noko, with
like
a really good call here, manages to claim a special off of that as well with excellent positioning, and we finally get the Kohozuna.
Exactly. Definitely a very common combo that we see on X Marks the Garden with Kohozuna and the Dapo Dualies. And luckily, Noko was able to draw it. Just in time, because Ljovynn just specialed in.
Yep. Tried to disrupt it, but the Koho's going to continue to add in on points. I don't see what combo really is available in the base otherwise. I feel like the Octo Stamp is probably the better call here. Or
You can play Octo Stamp on the other side as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that he probably has the... What's it called? The Tent Attack.
But just filling up that space, I guess, is probably the better... Yeah, no, I think this is the right call, just to fill up the space. Yeah, they're both going for it.
They both had the same idea.
There wasn't much that was going to go for that card anyways at this point, so it's like, might as well just drop it right there. Prevent Ljovynn from getting points and potentially setting up for any other kind of tempo.
Exactly.
Because now there's
and Noko right now is in a really good position.
Yeah, now there's no special block there to potentially... Oh, there's still the top one, but the other one isn't there to really add to it.
Exactly.
Even at a 2-point disadvantage, 3 special disadvantage too. Like, I think
this doesn't look good for Ljovynn.
Are we in the mix for a full sweep coming in? Noko's looking to close this out. And
it looks like Noko is probably going to take this game.
Yeah, no, that's a 17-point lead. We got a 3-12 coming in. Is that a perfect?
It's a 2 off a perfect, but that's a really good one.
That's it. The whole thing's over. There's nothing that Ljovynn can do here. Noko shutting Ljovynn down with a confident victory, 99-82. Ljovynn even had a near perfect 3-12 as well. But even then, that wasn't enough.
Very well played by Noko for sure.
Is Noko going to take this diamond bracket?
He suddenly has become a very strong contender for it. Beating Ljovynn 3-0 is something that not many people have done before.